Look at this weird little thing here. Like a scarecrow with loads of lights and stuff on it. A little bit odd.
So we just landed at the Torabhaig Distillery, as you can see. It's beautiful. Now this place here, this new bit here, which holds all the stills, is actually made. They used the rock from that castle. Can you see that castle just on the hill behind? That's what this was built from, because it was built many years ago, but it was a ruin, and then they've just restored it and brought it back to this. So yeah, we're gonna go and check out. We're gonna buy some whiskey and yeah, crack on.
Torabhaig Distillery is owned by Mossburn. They're a very new distillery. They've only got one whiskey out at the minute. Here you can see some of the Mossburn whiskies along with the Torabhaig one. You can see they don't keep much stock on the shelves. You got a little bit of history there, so you can pause and read that if you want to. They have done the branding quite well for this. Yeah, very limited stock. They only allow one bottle per person. When you visit them, so you can't just go and buy a load off the shelf. Does mean that it kind of creates that extra bit of demand, I suppose. They've got some nice glassware. We've picked up a few bits of these while we were there. And then we've got some history there on how they actually make their whiskey, the whole distillation process, and how long they age it for. And they also have loads of information. If you do one of the tours, they give you loads of information on this as to kind of how the distillery came about. So May 2014, you can see there, they were doing loads of renovations to the old farm building. Lots of different steps in there. All of that renovation to make it into the distillery that they've got today. So June 2017, I think it was, is when it was pretty much complete, and they started making their whiskey.
guess where we are? We're back at our old pond for the last night on Skye. Look at that. Looks like the rain's coming in. We've got blue skies this side. Rossi dog. We've got blue skies this side, blue sky this side, and then look at that. So yeah, we're just getting ready to make some lunch, which is a little bit late. It's about 1 o'clock. We're gonna make we had seafood yesterday, and we got some langoustines and a bit of lobster and crab meat left from yesterday. So we're gonna make a seafood linguine, chili with chilies in. I'm probably going to video it, to be honest, and we're going to sit and enjoy that. The weather's a bit changeable, so we're not going to sit outside. We was going to, but it keeps raining, then stopping, then raining, then stopping, so we're not going to be able to sit outside. We just thought we'd lay the van out. We've got all the doors open, get all the damp, dry some of the damp out of the van. You can hear the wind. Kerry's just getting some stuff nice in there. Now, would you believe it? It's actually snowing. I told you get all 4 seasons in one day here. It's crazy. I'm just going to enjoy this. We're enjoying this anyway. Don't matter. Look, just look at the snow. It's actually snowing. Crazy. Okay, so we're going to cook a leftover seafood linguine with chili and garlic. Dead simple, really easy, extremely tasty, and we're going to do it on the Ridge Monkey. We're going to do it on the combi lid. Yeah, the big one. Dead easy, really easy. So all that needs to go in, we've got a leftover crab meat and langoustines from yesterday.
So they were all cooked fresh yesterday when we were out and about and had the seafood food platter, so they're all good to be reheated today.
Yep, it's all fresh.
We cooled it properly as well, then refrigerated it, so nothing bad.
They're going to get cooked anyway. So right, so we're going to start off with some garlic. I mean, a lot of garlic, because we love garlic. Garlic is a vegetable. It's not just an ingredient for, you know, use it as a vegetable because it's good for you. It's good for your blood. Chilies. Bit of olive oil, nicely chopped by Kerry, by the way. Salt, pepper, bit of passata because we can't blend any tomatoes in the van. You know about that. Bit of cream, linguine. Couldn't be simpler.
Bit of parmesan for afterwards.
Bit of parmesan, top it off. So yeah, I'm going to get cracking. I'm going to start with the oil in the pan. The garlic, I'm going to fry the garlic off with the chili in the pan to get the flavour into that oil. We're going to cook the tomatoes out a little bit. We're going to put the seafood in, and then we're going to put some cream in, and then we're going to toss that all in the linguine. And you'll see it. We'll do it step by step. So we've got the garlic and the chili fried off. We've just added some passata, touch of water to go with that as well, salt and pepper to season. Just going to let that cook down, reduce down to get all that good flavour going.
It does smell quite amazing, to be fair.
Smell of garlic rules. So the sauce has been cooking for about 40 minutes to an hour. You've got to cook it out. Just keep adding water to it. If it gets too thick, keep putting the water in, add it in, and it'll intensify the flavour of the tomatoes and the garlic and everything. You've got to cook it for at least an hour. I always say that. So the next bit, the water's on. The water's nearly there for the pasta. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of cream to the sauce. Full double cream. None of this lightweight, single, low-fat stuff. Okay. There we go. About half of one of those, which is a 270 ml. Kerry will do the maths.
138 ml. 137.5 if you want to be exact.
There you go, I told you she'd do the maths. Guess what she does for a living. Right, so we'll just get that all mixed in. Can you see that? Alright, we'll let that cook out a little bit just while we'll get the pasta on. And now it is only me and Kerry eating, so there you go, third time looking. So we're not going to need all this, we're probably going to need about that much.
Isn't your pasta stirrer supposed to tell you how much to put in? With spaghetti and that kind of stuff?
Nah.
Isn't that what the hole in the middle is for, the little circle thing?
Nope. So, I know by looking how much we need. So that goes in there. I've not got enough room to do my swirly thing. But I think that'll be enough for us because we've got munchies and everything.
It says this is putting some more in.
I am Italian though. Right, that's definitely enough for us. So I'm going to let that cook. We're going to cook that down. The last minute we're going to add them prawns into there, or the seafood back into the sauce, and then we're going to add the pasta to the sauce, or the other way around, depending on which way it works, because I've never cooked this in the van before. So we'll see which way works out best. And we've got a bit of double cream left for our strawberries and cream for desserts. Time for the prawns and the seafood and the crab. All the bits and bobs from yesterday that was left over that we didn't want to spoil. The cream's gone in. There we go. Got it all in there. Give that a stir just purely to warm through.
I think someone smelled the seafood.
There we go. Now that's going to change it, like from being just a nice pasta creamy sauce. See, Domio do one of these like this. Like, but I've just showed you how easy it is to make. You don't need to buy one of these jars. But anyway, leave that in there to warm through for a couple of minutes. Sorted. So that's all warmed up nicely now. The seafood's all warmed through. We'll turn that off. The pasta's drained. Make sure that's off. This is where I make a spanner of it all. That's straight into the linguine. I was going to go the other way with it, but I think
there's more room in that pan, isn't there?
There's more room, and we'll get a better mixture. It'll mix in a bit better. I don't want to get it everywhere because we don't want stinky seafood everywhere.
It does smell amazing.
But that is how we rock and roll in the van. You see that? Give that a couple of minutes just to soak into the pasta. Thicken up a little bit more in the pan. Get all that flavour around all that linguine. So this is the beautiful van's up there, look. This is the beautiful river that we bathed in our December trip to Skye between Christmas and New Year. If you want to go back and watch that video, you'll see us in the water in the freezing cold. It's quite amusing. So what we're going to do, we're actually come down, we've just had a late lunch, and we're going to wash our pots in the river, because that's what they would have done thousands of years ago. So why do we need to waste water out the van when we can use this beautiful place to wash our pots? And the deal is that Kerry's going to wash the pots and I'm going to dry. Isn't it, baby?
Yes, it is.
And just look at this location for washing your pots. Let's just hope it don't start snowing.
I'm sure it will.
go. All the pot's nice and washed, look. All nice and sparkly clean.
It's
Dry.
fresh water coming down the mountains, look.
Look at the colour of the water. You can't even differentiate. It's just so clear, crystal clear. In this environment. Whew. One day we'll live here. The van's there, look. The van's just there. One day we'll remember this. When we move to Skye. Hey baby?
Yeah.
We'll remember this spot. We'll probably come and have picnics and whatever else, bring the kids down. Or maybe even the grandkids.
By the time we move up here.
Yeah. It's just absolutely stunning. And the sun's come out for us. And we're going to be waffling crap right now because we just, I don't know.
Not even drunk, are you, baby?
Not even drunk. And it's our last night. It's Friday. It's going to be our last night on Skye, which I've already said, I think. And we're just going to make the most of it and enjoy what time we've got left on here. And the sun's, like I say, the sun's come out for us, look.
Don't know how long for?
Could be 10 minutes, could be 30 seconds knowing this place.
Could be 3 hours.
But we're making the most of it.
Yep.
Even though it is a bit windy, it's not the warmest of days. Out the wind, it's not too bad.
It's quite nice in the sun, isn't it?
But we've not even got the chairs out because it just changes so quick. We'll be in and out of the bloody van if we did that. So we're just going to enjoy this bit of awesome scenery while we let our dinner digest. Well, I've just come to take a photo of the van from down here in these rocks. Look what I've just found. Oh, that's an awesome thing to do, isn't it? Just put a plaque on there, look. These rocks, and these rocks do get underwater because we've seen the tide right up here. That's an amazing thing to do in this spot.
Yeah, agreed.
Awesome.